Hello everybody, I am here to show you an unboxing of the Converse One Star Pro. I've always been a fan of the Converse One Stars. I've been waiting for years for them to put out an actual suede version, not the canvas version that they sell at Target, the ones that I had in the mid-90s. Now before I open the box, I want to show you the ones that I actually had from the mid-90s. So these I purchased around 1995, 1996. And I understand that the first ones came out in 1974, but to me these are the quintessential Converse One Stars. They were worn by the grunge artists like Kurt Cobain. Johnny Resnick wore these in the Name video. So to me they epitomize the 90s, and these were the shoes that I wore mostly during the 90s. So I've been looking for a pair to replace these for forever. I've had these for almost 20 years now, and I still wear them almost every day. But as you can see, they're completely worn out. The inside is coming apart. The back, you can't even see the logo anymore because it's worn from where I drive and put my heel into my floorboard. So I was extremely excited to find out that last month Converse released some new One Stars finally that were suede. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the box and show you what's inside. So this is the new shoe, the new Converse One Star, and it's pretty similar to the old ones. As you can see, a few years ago they re-released the Converse One Star suede, and it actually had the words One Star written across the side, which I thought was kind of tacky. I like the fact that they've stuck to the classic design. Now these are labeled as Converse Cons, so I'm not exactly sure what the difference is. One thing that I can tell is on the tongue, it says Converse Cons, whereas the old ones didn't really have any of that. But otherwise, I mean, they're pretty accurate. Now I want to do a little bit of a comparison here. So if you look at the one side by side, ignore the fact that these are completely worn out. You can see on the front here, I don't know if you can tell, but there were actually stars going across here, which aren't on the new ones. The new ones have a bit of a diamond pattern here. The other major difference, and you can't see it on this one because this one's so worn down, but if I show you my left shoe, you can see the old One Star logo barely visible there on the heel. Whereas the new ones, I've seen in some pictures where it looks like it's completely black, but if you look at it in person, you can actually see Converse Cons kind of there in a texture and not really printed on there. You can also notice that these come with sort of standard width black shoelaces and an alternate standard width white shoelaces. I would definitely go with the white, but I've also got on order some of the fatter shoelaces. If you look at the old Converse One Stars from the 90s, they came with these fatter shoelaces. It looks to me like it's a half inch width. I've seen these sold at 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch width, and I think I'm going to go with the 1/2 inch. So I'm definitely going to order some of the fatter laces to kind of give it that 90s look that I'm looking for. Other than that, the only other major difference on the outside is the heel, or the sole actually. The sole on the new ones is the kind of the classic One Star orange, whereas the classic All-Star orange, whereas the old One Stars had this black sole. But otherwise, I mean, people other than me are probably not going to be able to tell much of a difference at all in the two shoes. I'm very, very satisfied with this. If you look, everything else looks pretty identical. The star is nice and white. The stitching looks very, very similar. The same patterns are on the stitching. There's a little bit of difference. I guess the stitching is going the opposite direction here. Like I said, unless you're super nitpicky and you have owned these shoes for 20 years like I have, you're really not going to notice a difference. Now I've yet to try these on. I'm hoping that they fit well, but first impressions, it's really good, and I'm really looking forward to wearing these. And I can finally retire my 20-year-old shoes that are falling apart. And these are the Converse One Star Pro.